Oh my god! War god, that's a tree! I know! I'll be taking Drycha and turning her into Gripcha with the help of Nurgles Rot. Our goal is to spread Nurgles ST tree infection to every forest in the world, cause if everybody's got it, then nobody's got it. Drycha has 3 unique champions of the forest to help us with this task. Ariel, the Gat, Broccoli Head, and Thick Plant Lady. This campaign will of course be played on the max difficulty, and if every tree in the world is not infected before turn 100, a cure will be discovered and we lose. All I've gotta say is, I don't care if it's a tree. If it grips, it grips. Let's get this done. Drycha, the world shall know who has the biggest wood. Starting off this Gripcha campaign, I'm gonna recruit as many little furry creatures and ogre bulls as I can get and fight the first battle against this Skaven. Honestly, it was pretty easy. I have a really strong army in the early game, and there's a unique building in this first settlement, the Petrified Oak, which will reduce my upkeep costs and give me more replenishment rate. I push onto Essen. I need to fight this one manually, but again, it's pretty dang easy. Little Empire men get eaten by the bats and the tree men. I go to check my unique mechanic, the Chieftains of Drycha. We have Alariel the Gyat over here. To get her, we're gonna have to research technology or defeat elves to unlock her. Interesting. What about the other one? We got Broccoli Head over here. Purchase a chieftain unit or defeat Empire grandcathay. And the Thick Plant Lady, where we need to sack a town or defeat Beastman Norska or Kislev in combat. Interesting. I can get on that right away. Actually, I'll fight this Norscan fight over here. It's a hard one. It says valiant defeat, but we'll fight it and see what that ultimately is. I move in with my bats from the top line, making sure that any ranged units are shut down effectively. Also remove any towers that get spawned. While the Dryads attack from 2 fronts, 1 gate on the right, 1 gate on the left, Drycha on 1, and Ogre Bull on the other. I'm making sure to split up my forces to win this as quick as I can. But you can see just massive trees in Drycha. These little marauder boys, they're running away, scared. They don't want no smoke with the tree people, and they're just gonna run away, and we're gonna win this battle pretty easily. Take that fat L, Norscan boys. I check on my chieftain mechanic, but it doesn't seem that anything's changed despite me sacking a town and defeating a beastman unit. It's at this point I did a little research, and turns out I need to defeat a Nurgle force, beat it or get defeated by it to start getting that ST tree corruption for Drycha over here. But I'll just take Vortrikova for now, push on to another Empire army that was just caught lacking. Pyrrhic victory, we're going to lose a couple troops, but it's okay. Get a peace treaty with them and actually get a military alliance. This is a pretty good starting point for this fight. An ambush goes in from one of the forces that was trying to attack my main settlement. Get out of here, little bro. And we go into the next turn. And I don't know what happened, but these brothers broke the military alliance that I made 1 turn prior. I don't even know how that makes any sense, but you're cooked. You're done. The tree lady, we're not going to stand for that. We're going to go back and take out her gig. I don't even know what happened. If you guys can explain what exactly happened, but I'm going to take the reliability hit. Maybe it's not the smartest in the world, but I'll recruit all my Dryads and make sure all my Dryads will have aspect of the oak, while all my treekin and treemen have aspect of the willow. I'm going to take Betchaven. Never betray me. Now it ends up biting me in the butt, because now I have very low reliability, and Katarn the Kara's warring me, and she's really strong, taking out Vortrikova that I just owned. I push on to Talabakland though and remove all of their settlements, and now I'm finally in a position to hopefully start counterattacking against Zarina, and I make sure to sell some of my settlements to Goldfriend Maneater so that Zarina doesn't get any stronger. Then I set up a sneaky ambush for Caterino Babacino's forces. He comes in there, hook, line, and sinker. Get ambushed, little bro. Yeah, I'll just auto-resolve that. Take that fat L. And another one? Oh, yeah, buddy. You're not making it now. Zarina Caterino was actually in that force. And yeah, auto-resolve it again. Light work. Turns out Katarn is a big pushover. And we move on to another turn. And I try it again. And again, we get another ambush. Catarino AI is not very smart. Now, while this all went good for me, there is so much force for Catarino. Despite taking out 3 armies, we get attacked by another 2 armies. And wow, it's actually a Pyrrhic victory. And I'm going to lose way too much forces, so I have to fight it manually. And thank God I killed all those armies and auto-resolve with the ambushes, because this battle was pretty hard. And I killed like 3 armies for basically free. So let's get right into it. I'm sending all my Dryads as quick as I can, pushing back the archers so they don't have really a clean line of sight to shoot at me. While I just keep healing with Drycha, I net down any costards that are trying to run away while the Dryads continue beating down on them. All the little bats and dogs also too are able to sweep through the backline and just put in some really good work. Treekin plus Dryads allows me to be both tanky and offensive. That's why I gave the Dryads the aspect of the oak. They have insane weapon strength right now. I believe it's close to 60, which is for an early game unit. Infantry, wild. They're absolutely obliterating the front line. Even though they have like armored costards with armor, it doesn't matter. My hard wood is harder than any sort of iron Kislev can muster up, and we get that victory royale. I move all the way up to Kislev with both my armies, take that little battle, auto-resolve that. I hope we get some gold from that one, and then I'll probably peace out with Zarina. 35,000 gold. Hell yeah. Raise that up. Yep, come over here, little man. Yeah. Well, Katarina is cooked at this point. I would feel bad if I press on her anymore. I'll get a peace treaty, Katarina. Never declare war me. And 11,000 extra gold. Oh. I move on to the next turn and I get declared on by Arbol, the defeater. Strength rank 4. Me, strength rank 74. Not even close. Hopefully, he doesn't have too many armies coming my way. I can see one full stack, but I've got another mission for Drycha. I'm sending her over to the Haunted Forest to hopefully fight that Nurgle battle and start the corruption, while I get another army and recruit it in my homeland to hopefully fight off the corny forces. Hummingorse is caught lacking. He had no forces in the Haunted Forest, and I'm just going to auto-resolve that one really easy again. Seeding, getting another tree settlement, really good for Wood Elves, and I'll immediately start upgrading that and getting all the upgrades I need. I also did get declared war by the Vampire Counts, so I have to make a decision. Do I attack in the top or the bottom? Ultimately, I go to the bottom because Khorne is not physically near me, only his armies. His settlements are still in the Chaos Waste, so I figure at least if I fight the Vampire Counts, I'll be able to get more money. Goldfriend Maneater too, I sell him even more settlements because if I don't, Khorne's gonna kill them anyway, so I might as well get a little bit extra money. And we get counterattacked by the Vampire Counts as I set up my army there, but are they stupid or something? It's an easy auto-resolve for me. So I just take it, take that fat L, and I push onto them even more, but they have a lot of force left over. Vlad von Karstein and just a bunch of zombies and skeletons, but I ain't gonna go down that easy. I take some heavy hits in the early game as I only have one army. I really need the second one to come in before I get absolutely obliterated. Luckily at this point I have Flock of Doom and some tree men that are pretty strong. I'm just gonna heal Flock of Doom as the Vampire Counts blob up. He gets a nice Vargeist backshot onto my Great Eagles though, obliterates them, but I'm immediately gonna countercharge all of my dogs and spiders. Get cooked. As we speed on through this, you can see me just the trees, the hardwood is too much for them. The Flock of Dooms goes crazy. We are slowly losing the front infantry grind, but as the second army comes in, I keep cycle charging with the dogs, cycle charging with the bats and the spiders, and it goes better than I would expect. He does have some anti-large, but it's not enough. We are zooming through. Look, this is real-time micro. Trust me, bro, I'm just that cracked. You may think, how am I gonna kill Vlad? Hey, I got a big tree and he's got some big wood. So it should be enough. I put him with some spiders. They have armor piercing, able to get Vlad's armor. Flock of Doom goes out onto the blobs. Cycle charge, the way home. Yeah. It's that easy. And we get the victory royale. Bye-bye, Vlad von Karstein. He should have more forces than this, but just beating Vlad's main army is a really big win in itself, so I'm glad to see it. The tree men did way better than I expected. Let's get it. There are 2 Khorne forces back in my settlements, but I pulled back after I killed Vlad and I set up an ambush for these little brothers. So the next turn, hook, line, and sinker, like Moss of the Flame, ambush, you're cooked, Khorne. I get good, man. What can I say? So I auto-resolve that one again, and we're moving back over to Drycha, where she's right next to a Nurgle army, and I'll take that. I want to start this corruption right away and spread my ST tree to the entire world. Auto-resolve that battle. It was a pretty simple one, and look, we get it. Body of Sin. Praise be to the grandfather. Drycha, she goes crazy, kills a bunch of demons, but as she kills the demons and they die, they start spreading their contagion to Drycha. And Nurgle has created a unique tree, ST tree, that absolutely destroys Drycha. Her bark just falls off her body and she changes. It rots off and she gets her inner bark below exposed, changing Drycha completely. And if she wants to gain her bark back, she's gonna have to listen to Nurgle to hopefully go back to the Drycha she used to be. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this new Drycha. It's grippy. Drycha, I'm not sure. I think Nurgle might have done you a solid here, even though you did catch a little bit of that Sussy Baka energy, but it should be okay. To continue progressing in Drycha's campaign, we're gonna have to get all her little commanders leveled up nice and strong. Back in the Griffin Wood, we've managed to finish the ritual rebirth, and there's gonna be a lot of armies that attack me, but I'll just recruit another army, and I mean, it should be okay. Come on, get that army. Get that big old girthy tree, put them in the settlement, and I'll get a little mix of treekin and archers. And this also allows us to get our next mission, win the following battle against the Radoshin. Essentially, Drycha needs to corrupt the world roots under Nurgle's guys, so we're gonna have to beat over Radoshin, the serpent of the world roots. That name's kind of got aura, but I think Gripcha's got this. We'll just teleport to it right away, cause come on, you know, I'm more god. This dragon is huge. He's about 2 times the size of a normal forest dragon. He immediately lands on Drycha. So you know what? He's in danger, buddy. I'm gonna give him with the debuff, hit him with the tree from the back, Drycha from the front, and some treekin to trap him in place. Another dragon comes in to try to help him out as well, but I ain't gonna let that fight. I net down the reinforcing dragon so I can just snipe out their lord as quickly as I can. He might be a big dragon, but I got Gripcha and I got the big tree, and he's gonna smack that brother. Getting right up and close into the fight, the dragons finally land into the dragon on tree action. Wood on wood, but I think my wood is harder. I've already established a whole bunch in this campaign. Green wood, purple wood, which one do you prefer? I gotta say, I'm a man of bubblegum pink, and purple's closer to pink, so I think my purple wood will dominate this green wood. You can see my tree, oh, smacks the dragon right in the face. That disrespectful as shit, but he gets his get back. Bites him right in the lower jaw. Ho, ho. Oh, he hits him with another one. Yo, Tree Man, you better lock in, my guy. You're kind of getting bullied right now. But it ain't enough. We hit him with a lamentation of despair, and we put despair in their hearts as we kill the Lord and win the battle. Very fun one. I get the Poison Fang. Unique little item there that gives me random visitations and melee attack. We also get the next event where just Nurgle's really happy with Drycha, but he needs her to spread his magnificent plagues to even more trees. Because if everybody's got an ST tree, then nobody has an S2 tree. You know what I mean? Yeah, it makes sense, Nurgle, I'm sure. Anywho, that also allows us to unlock the Chieftains of Drycha, finally. And we're gonna get her Ilario the Gyat. We already have tons of armaments, because even though we weren't unlocking the Chieftains, we were just getting tons from fighting those battles against Kislev and Norska, so Katarine, she really set me up for life here. I get Ilario the Gyat, and I get a little Plague Bearer too, because why not? Her items, oh, they're really, really good. Hit points, ward save, reduce magic cost, unbreakable, reduce like spell cost. She kind of gets everything. Ilario the Gyat is kind of cracked, I'm not gonna lie. And let's test her out. I run over here as one of my trees are about to get attacked by a building force, so I attack them. It's the ogres. Looks like I'm gonna lose a lot of troops, so fight it manually. Let's see how it goes, baby. Starting up the battle, I spawn my giant tree right in their face, spawning a bunch of dryads, forcing their lead belchers to go up to the front, but I do get countercharged by a bunch of cav. It's okay, as long as the lead belchers aren't shooting, obliterating my dryads. The treekin and dryad frontline is still cleaving through. The ogre master is not going to be able to push over and run over the dryads like they normally would, because the treemen are there nice and stalwart. Ilario the Gyat has a tons of healing spells, so I'll be spamming them out, as well as providing a lot of sport abilities, while Drycha uses the duelist. As we speed through this, the Dryad frontline just completely obliterates the ogres, and it's not even close. We snipe the Lord. Light work, baby. And we push on the Dragonhof as well, getting the final real vampire point of resistance. It's not fully wiping them out, but it gives us a unique settlement in Dragonhof, which not too crazy, but we got it. We also have a mission when we defeat 3 separate dwarf armies. We confederate Durthu, so I'm definitely going to want to get on that. I can't quite fight this dwarf army in auto-resolve though, so I'll get a couple Arwars and refight the battle. Let's see. Close victory still. I lose a couple of bats. I really don't give a shit. Auto-resolve that. Nice. Move on to the other army too. So that's 2 dwarf stacks. Only need 1 more to get that one finished. We get attacked too by the Empire forces that we're building, and we do not have the strength to fight this off. This is from the Ritual Rebirth. Let's get right into it. I spawn Awakening of the Woods right in the middle of a big Empire stack. Does pretty decent damage to the Treekin and Dryad frontline. You're gonna hear me say it a lot. It's just such a killer combo. And they're not actually Dryads. What am I talking about? It's War Dancers. If you pop their ability, they have like 74 melee attack. They don't need melee defense if they got the Treekin fighting with them. So the debuff they get from popping it is alleviated. And we're absolutely just clapping cheeks right now, the Empire forces. Big flock of dude come down, and they just couldn't do nothing. We push through there onto the mortars in the back line, and that's gonna spell Doombaya for all these little Empire guys. We didn't even lose like barely anything. We also got the little Plague Bear summon. I summoned it here, throwing some bombs on the cabin. It cleans them up. They all tear right off, and bye-bye Empire. His second army there is already damaged. I'm going to go for the healthy one, though, so I can just auto-resolve it. I don't want to fight another one. And go back to the Oak of Ages to defend it against any more Empire forces that feeling a little freaky today. And we got our final dwarf fight as well, and we're able to lock the Confederation with Durthu. We're definitely going to want that. Now, let's see what he actually has. Waterfall Palace at tier 3. I'll get that to tier 4. Durthu's kind of got our super basic stack, but luckily all elf stuff is so elite. Even though it's basic, it's still pretty good. I recruit some furries into one of Durthu's reinforcing armies, and Durthu has 3 stacks of basically basic troops, but they're just so many, the dwarves. Somehow they took the Craig Hall of Findal, but I'm going to take it right back. Get clapped, little short bro. Upgrade that one. Back in Dragonhof, they did actually have a reinforcing ally in Averland, so that's no good. I'm going to continue moving up the 2 trees that took out Vlad, though, to go after the Gloom Forest owned by the dwarves. In the Griffinwood, too, I'm going to send Alul the Lost to go find something. It's Ilario the Bop Queen. She's back in Averland, and I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to clap her or destroy her. I don't really know yet. I think there's a mission, but I can't remember. You have 1 turn, Ilario. If I don't get a mission, your ass is cooked. Okay, Ilario, it's been officially 1 turn and you didn't conform, so now it's time to get dominated. We're gonna attack the Ganville right away. Pyrrhic victory, light work, baby. Tyrion, you're gonna have to sit and watch. He might not like it very much, but game is game, bro. I need that settlement, Ganville. I'll upgrade it right away to tier 3. Passing the turn, the dwarves are on the offense onto Durthu's armies, but we actually intercept them, and the Ritual Rebirth has succeeded in the Griffinwood, so we're able to get a bunch of buffs, growth, control, leadership for Dryads. Continuing on, we're going to start pressing onto the ogres with Drycha, just gonna get a little bit of money, and
it's free real estate.
while Durthu and my other guys are going to continue making sure that the dwarves have no place to stand in Athel-Loren. And we get an amber for completing the ritual, so we're going to get the wisdom of the wildwood technology so that all my little critters are buffed as well as my big juicy trees. Continue pressing on the ogre kingdoms though. This is a big battle, but again, I'll just auto resolve it. Bye bye fat ass. And we finally reached the Gloom Forest. Dwarves own it, so we're just going to have to go to the war with them. Hey, the trees are for only us and we got to spread the ST Tree-Virus. The Gloom Forest is only level 1, but it's okay. Over back in the Griffinwood, we got the World Roots of Decay. That means our deep root teleportation is going to be super fast. We can just bing, 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 bing around the map. Continue pressing on the dwarves. Karak, karak. Yes, that's mine, little bro. Yep, auto-resolve that sack one. We got a lot of money from that one. Nice. Alariel too, she needs some discipline. Auto-resolve that settlement. We unlocked the Helm of Drycha. For Drycha, it kind of rhymes, so I have to give it to her.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Hopefully we can get that unique effect without actually just straight out killing Drycha. That would not be so great. Moving on, we also have to deal with the wood algae. Why are they in my lands? I can't confederate them, so they gotta go. Auto-resolve that one as well. Bye-bye, little Towson man. And we get a really nice level 3 settlement at the Clink Glade. Pretty good for our strength ranking. And after defeating those wood elves, you can see we finally unlocked the Lariel the Gyats next upgrade. Yeah, we got a couple of chieftain units here, but what's more important than that is we got the 2 new ladies. The Thick Plant Lady and Broccoli Head are both going to be recruited and stuck right into Drycha's army. Oh, she's about to get jacked to the gills. You'll see exactly their abilities. They got some juice to them. And to complete this campaign, we're going to have to progress through all these things to get them to the final stage where we'll fight a huge battle and see if the world will truly all be infected by the ST Tree-Virus. Drycha's going to teleport all the way to the fortresses of Cheyenne, where it looks like Balthazar Gelt is about to destroy the trees there. I am not about that life, so I'll join war with the trees against Balthazar Gelt, and I'll have Drycha ambush. So hopefully we can pull a little sneaky ambush and give them some explosive back shots. The dwarves, though, don't like that we've been pressing on them and sent 2 really strong armies against us, and it's a decisive defeat for my little woodland creatures. So who would win? Short little men or short little woodland creatures? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. Decisive defeat is a little scary, but let's get it. I sent all my crows to the back line, making sure they can't get any good volleys to my woodland critters. We don't really have any guys that stand and fight. It's all just hyper mobility with a couple of treatments. So I'm making sure to cycle charge and get all my guys onto these range units so they don't even have an ounce of life to be shooting at me. I do a split army attack where I split up their forces with some bears and dogs on one side and the trees and the rest of my army on another side. Pull back the crows, make sure they don't get fully eliminated. Another dwarf army reinforces, and it's getting a lot of dwarf units, but we have killed most of their range units, which are a lot of their DPS. The trees coming in as well, and I'm just providing lots of healing as we zoom through this battlefield. The dwarves try to come in with as much as they can, trying to form up a line, but I'm making sure to just constantly spread them out. Any sort of troop that gets caught lacking gets dived on by crows, dogs, and bears. The bears are anti-large, the crows are AP, and the dogs have no AP, so it's not necessarily the best matchup, but just with really high micro, you know, real-time micro here. Cycle charge on the dwarves with no mobility, and you can see we get in the fight here. Just a bunch of birds and ghostly stags. It's pretty dang cool. You know, we're getting like get back. I know those little dwarf guys like chopping down the trees, but now we're chopping them down even shorter than they already were. We get some flamethrowers laying on us, but it's okay. And ultimately, we're able to peel off all the dwarves with just some massive woodland creatures eating all their backsides. And we continue to press on Franca Hill, making sure we fully eliminate those dwarves. They probably still have a bunch more armies, but it's gonna be okay. We got the Wormslayer Sword as well. Pretty cool. Balagar still hasn't learned his lesson and tries to attack us. Get clapped, little bro. The Golden Order also tries to attack us. Pyrrhic Victory. Now, I'm gonna purposely auto-resolve this because I want them to lose a bunch of troops in the Spirit of Shalyn, because I might not be a very honorable tree. Boars also attack us with 3 juicy armies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run away. I don't want no business in that. I can't run away with this army, but I'll just exit from this battle as soon as I enter it. So, bye. Have a good time. Yeah, I don't really care about Franca Hill. I'll just capture it later. Junkles of Cheyenne. Yeah, we're not your friends. Get dregs. Yeah, so a little bit of betrayal, and we get another tree settlement. We're getting through these tree settlements really fast. Jungle Cheyenne only tier 2, but we'll start leveling it up. A nice forest encounter in Athel-Loren will allow us to get some more leadership and stuff for the trees. We'll fight even more algae, and hopefully that'll also progress Ariel's corruption, because the more algae I kill, the better she gets. Alariel too, give me that little settlement. I need some more money. And it looks like Bretonia wants to attack us too, man. Leave my ass alone. Get auto-resolved. Like, yeah, damn, man. I'm gonna attack by everybody, and on the next turn, I have to determine how am I gonna deal with all these Dowie. 1, 2, 3 stacks. Like another close defeat. I think I'm just kind of running back again, and we'll see. But their armies are whack as hell. It's like 10 million artillery, so I'm just gonna dive the crows in the back line. Should be able to get most of them dealt with. They got a gyrocopter in there. Luckily, you know, I got the flyers for them. While the bears and the dogs just trying to make sure I do not have anything to do with the slayers. They will obliterate any sort of little woodland creature that lingers too long. They're getting a lot of DPS and Daka about in my guys, because we are just super glass cannons, all my units. The minute they stay and fight in combat without healing, yeah, they're gonna die. I just slowly pick apart the Dalby army. With the AI, they leave some little dwarves caught lacking, so I just surround them with a bunch of guys. Overwhelming force and small pockets is the way to beat the dwarves, even though they have better stats than me overall, but just with better micro, the bears and the little spiders able to just chop away at them, the crows biting little brains out, and the ghost stags. Spooky, spooky, scary. Oh my gosh, it's very nice. I like all these varied units. I wish the spirits were in the base Wood Elf roster. You can see, oh, a nasty spin comes down from the dwarves on my guys. Not too good, but it's not going to be enough to save them and win that battle as well. And we get the Cursed Armor, plus 200 armor. Yeah, damn. I'm going to give that to Durthu 300 armor. Oh, brother, he can't die now. Now, he might only have 18 speed and be a literal tree, because he barely can move, but it should be fine. I finally feel in a good position now as well with Drycha, where I'm going to fight Kodo's quest battle and get another little legendary hero. Enough yapping, time to get this done, Drycha. We're going to show them how big our wood really is, and they're going to feel that ST tree. So we got two little waypoints we have to break open to free my boy Kodo. He did nothing wrong. We break out the first waypoint and all the trees, they coming out. And we're going to get the second one as well, because, I got to free my boy Kodo. He ain't do nothing wrong. He only, burned down a couple orphanages, a little funny crypto scam. Come on, my bro's innocent. Another waypoint goes down with, I sent some birds in the back line over there. Gets it done real fast. Komodo comes, revenge is no wait. He's coming now. Big Daddy Komodo, stepping out with some aura. We'll need to finish off all of these Wood Elf defenders though with the help of Komodo, or else my boy is gonna get locked up again. We start off the battle and yeah, we're clapping them. Dwellers below, Komodo, Flock of Dooms, crows, doggies, all my heroes. These little prison wardens ain't gonna do much, and we get that victory royale. Now we've unlocked Komodo and all of our legendary heroes. We can continue on to spread our ST tree virus to the whole world. The dwarves, the Skaven, the other Wood Elves, Empire Kislev, it does not matter. Clearly the other Wood Elf, you heard me talking smack and they pull up, but I pull up even harder. We're gonna have to fight this one in melee, and it looks like after freeing Komodo, the world starts to change. Nurgle is really impressed, and now all the different viruses in the trees are changing their color. All the trees are different now. Some are more orange, some are more blue. We got different colors, baby. Diversity. We love it. And we instantly ambush these little wood elk as they're walking in a nice little line. Run all our crows onto their birds, our archers on their archers, and the big girthy wood smack in their face. I don't know if they like it, but they don't really have a choice. Cast a couple spells, and my wood elves, they're just better, bro. It must be a skill issue, and we're gonna win this battle pretty easily. Tyrion was finally not content with just sitting and watching, and he decides to do something. A big shocker to me, I normally this brother just likes to watch, but he sends out 3 big ol' armies at me, and I don't know if this one's gonna go that well. It's a tree settlement battle as well, so I have some really bad maneuverability for all my little crows and doggies. Tyrion gets a nasty Sunfang that does way more damage than I was expecting. I got one tree on one side and my other tree on the other side. The left side is looking pretty thin. We barely managed to peel off some Silver Guard and Cav, but they are breaking through in the middle left side. And on the right side, we're holding strong with some Treekin and my main Tree Lord. He's really jacked up with his stats right now. I made sure to go down his red line, so he's pretty strong. He can hopefully fight Tyrion. He's got fire attack, but it should be okay. We cast as many spells as I can. I really don't have much magic. I think I only have about 50 WOM. Another Sunfang goes down, doing tons of damage. Obviously, Tree's weak to fire, and he's just blobbing up. And I wish I had a Dweller's Blow so badly, but I just don't. As I try to fire one of my archers and use every single thing I can. We do manage to take out the White Lion over there, smack him in the face a couple times with my big old wood. But Tyrion, he's locking in there, and he's really not taking much damage. The tree has some high stats, but Tyrion has almost 100. Speeding on through though, I just hold for as long as I can. I desperately send every single bit of troops. The archers when they run out of ammo, my cap to cycle charge. But this map is so unmaneuverable that I can't get all his stupid ass archers. And they just poke me down slowly. But before we fully die, we do manage to take out Tyrion. We smack him on the head a couple little times, and he takes tons of damage. And ultimately, he's gonna fade away and die, but the rest of my army will die. So, Tyrion, you finally did something. I'm proud of you, honestly. You need to stop watching. And even though we lost, we did so much damage to Tyrion that now he's willing to get a peace treaty if I do a little finagling. I said, hey, I'll let you borrow Lario, and he's like, yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Tyrion being, you-know-what, as usual. And Bretonia also wants to attack me. Fuck off, man! Leave a brother alone. It says draw for some reason, but it wasn't no damn draw. I won. What are you yapping about? I've had enough of these ego-filled dwarves who are trying to compensate for something, so I push on the Drycha and a second army to just finish off Belagar and his little ugly-ass stacks. Decisive victory. Take the fat L. Now, I do take that settlement, but I kind of get greedy and occupy with Drycha, so now it's a 1v1 with my army and his army. This is the unique attack, by the way, by the thick plant lady. She's pretty cool. It's like an airburst missile that seeks definitely only for anti-infantry, does nothing against large. Easy W. Back in the Griffin Wood, we got some nice stacks brewing. Nurgle units, Wood Elf units, combine them, and we're able to rid these rats and whatever other pests are in our Griffin Wood lands. And after cleaning up the trash, we've unlocked the first quest battle to giving the whole world an ST tree with Alariel, the Gat. You can see here we have Orion. It seems he doesn't like us taking his wife. Seems to be a common theme in my campaigns, but game is game, bro. Drycha, she comes up with her Drycha army. You know, Dryads, they're hyper buffed at this point. 68 weapon strength on an infantry. Ah, that's like better than Chosen, and these are tier 1 infantry, so pretty insane. I got the Treekin as well, just giving them some mass so they don't get run over by all the stag cab. They see the stag cab comes in, and I net them. They can't even get that charge off. Get clapped. I got a Rancid Visitations from one of the items Drycha got earlier. Popped out on a ride. He's going to be a little of a toughy one to crack open. He's got a lot of trees of his own in his hyper elite cab, so I want to make sure I cast a nice Dweller's Blow on them, making sure I obliterate them. My crows, I'm just waiting in the back line because I won't actually win the cab fight if I just take it one-on-one. I need to overload, overwhelm, and destroy with the bears. You can see the surrounding the tree, anti-large bear. Pretty good. It's tree-on-tree violence, but you know, it really be your own people sometimes. Nurgle's Blessings of the orange trees, I'm giving them that extra little bit of juice, and we're doing really well against these big old tree men. And they try to smack down the trees, but for every one tree they got, I got another one. And we got our treatment on tree violence. Oh, smacks him in the Johnson. Oh man, he might have to go to the doctor. Oh, smacks it on the other guy Johnson though. Drycha 2 and Orion. Oh my god, he just speared her right through the chest. You need to respect women, Orion. Drycha, give him some discipline. Drycha gets back up, smacks him back, never disrespect women. And Broccoli Head comes in with the back shot with her big old war shrine with 2 little fat men. Orion, he's sleeping on the floor. Take that fat L. Alariel, she's with me, big bro. And with that, we get Alariel's, you know, unique little thing. Plague drones of Nurgle, get regeneration, catch the replenishment, you know, pretty cool. I'll try to get some plague drones if I can in her stack. Drycha too, all her abilities get even stronger. We unlock even more Nurgle troops, and we get a unique ability now where Alariel will fully replenish an army if I spend a little bit of the chieftain points, so pretty damn helpful. I sent Durthu back to the Forest of Gloom to hopefully help against that Dawi offensive. They're strength rank 2 in this campaign, so I need a lot of force to deal with them. But once I deal with them, then I send him over to where Warzag is. I can't have a nasty greenskin clogging up the forest, so we're going to have to take him out. Green on green action. I don't know if Warzag thinks he's a tree because he's green, but you're not, little bro. Declare war, fight him, valiant defeat. You already know how it is. I lock in this battle. I send in Durthu and his brother Koido. Yeah, I got him in the same army, so we got 2 big old trees, both with Flock of Doom. And I just go flock on flock on flock on flock, along with the Sword of Daith, and it just crumbles these big blob of greenskins. It's actually really fun to walk into 2 giant trees with just amazing stacks, walking through, tearing up everything. Cast a couple healing spells too with the Dryad, just in case they get a little bit low. But Koido and Durthu combo is absolutely nasty. Pretty much wherever they go, they just win. 2 big beefy trees, smack them on the head. You're done, buddy. And yeah, you see the greenskins, they try their best. They got some archers, they got some cav. They're running at me, and they do some pretty good cycle charging. A lot of my Dryads get really low, and even Koido takes some damage. And all my like mobility also gets really damaged. I have an archer as well that gets shut down pretty shortly. But I'm just able to out-micro the greenskins. They are not able to handle Durthu, the Gurthu, and Koido, the crash out. So we're gonna get this dub. Warzag, hippity hoppity, get off the property. After dealing with Belagar and his hordes, I send Drycha back and teleport to the Forest of Cheyenne again because Balthazar guy, he ain't over yet. He attacks me again with Drycha stack, but I just take him out, loser. And we get another unique item. We continue pressing on the Dawi as well. I cannot give them any room to come back in this game. And we take out another Forest encounter too, making sure our trees are nice and healthy. This is gonna be one against more Dawi. You know, I just think I got a thing for beating up Dawi in this campaign. Man for 2, he wants some beef. Get clapped, auto resolve that. Dwarves try to attack us. I ambush them again, get clapped again. We're doing a lot of clapping in this campaign. I also traveled to Lustria and created a defensive alliance with Itza, and they end up getting attacked by Borderlooks, Errant, Cathay, and the Empire. So there's 3 really strong nations attacking me, and while yes, Itza is strong, he is kind of getting clapped. Drycha actually takes out 2 more stacks of Balthazar Gelt's armies. Alu the Lost finds his way to Lorelorn Forest, where there's a huge garrison that they need to go. I only want tree people, not elf people. I ought to resolve a little force encounter while I wait to get some more reinforcements and take out that tree. But there's another tree in the meantime that's ripe for the picking, the Val's Anvil. They've got a huge stack here of a bunch of elves. I'm gonna cut off one of their armies from reinforcements and attack it, get a nice auto resolve, and then just besiege the tree until hopefully I can take it over. The little shorties are pretty angry about me dominating them though, so they send another final gambit to try to get back in this game somehow. But all my woodland creatures just surround them in a big blob and we just absolutely eat them alive. They don't even have a chance to get back in this game. Yeah, just pack it up. Honestly, the woodland creatures, despite being really low tier troops, I've had them so hyper buffed at this this point, it doesn't even matter. Warzag's boys also come for the run back, but the same thing happens to them. Get auto-resolved. Another one, yep, get auto-resolved too. Nope, not auto-resolved. I'm gonna fight it. But they're in the trees. This is my specialty. I get my crows to rear charge the cav to hopefully break them off. Well, the Dryads should be able to duel with any sort of greenskin infantry as long as they don't have black orcs. And even if they do have them, Drycha can pop down the Sword of Death and double Flock of Doom, and you're pretty much gonna be cooked no matter who you are. And all the little greenie boys run away, too scared to fight the big old trees. After that turn, we finally besiege Valzanville enough, and we warm them down to where I can get a pretty okay Pyrrhic victory. I really don't want to fight it, so I auto-resolve it. Ironclaw Orcs 2, auto-resolve and push on them, recruit some more woodland critters to make sure that we continue pressing the offensive, that the whole world can know Nurgle's kindness and gifts. I route a bunch of my armies back to Lower Lone Forest through the world routes, and I think it's ready. Lower Lone Forest, it's time to get clapped. This is going to be a huge battle with a bunch of my legendary heroes, so will I be able to win it? The auto-resolve thinks so, but I do lose a lot of troops, so I'm going to have to fight it. The crows come in on any sort of range units they have, while the heroes and trees push onto their infantry. I make sure not to allow them to get their cav on the battlefield and cycle charge me, so I bring the trees to where the reinforcement point is to make sure they can't even build up anything. The drones plus the eagles means we dominate the air force, and even when it comes to cav or spears on the floor, we seem to just overwhelm them with just a mass of little furries. Along with Nurgle's help, they get absolutely clapped. I got my Snake Lady too shooting her little air projectile missile, doing tons of damage to any sort of infantry. Very nice. Well, the trees run. They try to reinforce, but as soon as they come in, they instantly get peeled off. They really tried their best here, but I'm just the GOAT. What can I say? Nasty Dwellers Below comes down too, killing like 6 units in one go. It's just a mass blob of infantry and cav. As soon as they hit that charge on pretty much anything, they instantly break with all the leadership debuffs I have. And you're done. You're done. Stop trying. Just give up. Yeah, we get the Victory Royale. And I think we're on to our last tree. We also get the Doomseeker Blade. Pretty cool. Kugath Plaguefather as well. We'll get a defensive alliance with. Nurgle boys ride out. Quick Head Taker, clearly he's feeling left out and he decides to declare war on me. Clan Mortar also attacks me with an army. I'm going to have to run away. Looking a little scary over there. Greenskins have not learned their lesson. They just get ambushed again and keep coming at me like Moss of the Flame. We finally reach our final tree settlement, the Little Sisters. Now we're going to pull up on them with big 3 juicy trees and it's just over for them. Yeah, auto-resolve that. Nice, and we got the final tree. Comes with a unique little building here. Back in the Badlands, we finally push the doors to their final settlement as I push onto the Golden Order. And once I dominate them enough, I get a peace treaty because I can't deal with them anymore. I want to send Drycha off to more important endeavors, like fighting the elves back in Oath 1. We end the turn and get attacked by a huge Skaven army, which absolutely destroys the Iron Rock. I can't do anything about that. We also get attacked by a Dwarf army, very weird army. Greenskins attack me, auto-resolve that as well. Yes, there's this many battles in this campaign, and I know I'm kind of speeding through them, but it is just a crazy campaign where everyone is against me. They do not want the ST tree virus to be spread everywhere, but they need to enjoy it. We got a couple unique buildings in all the tree settlements, pretty cool. Azin's army goes down, and that finally gives us enough points to get the final quest battles for both my armies. But before I do that, I want to make sure I get enough forces and fend off some of the remaining armies attacking me. Somehow, Yombo gets an army all the way in the middle of Ulthuan to attack me. Okay, Brody, stop me riding and attacking me. All the little Skaven, we start clearing them out. Yeah, time to go. And, okay, are you guys ready? End the turn? Okay, no, Marcus Wolfar, he wants to be involved. Yep, get wrecked too, little bro. The Griffin Wood is almost at tier 5. It's only 1 turn, and the Nurgle Landmark is also really high leveled. We're finally able to recruit Treemen, so I make sure to get them in her army and Nurgle units. Combining them together should give Drycha an unstoppable force. No matter what gets thrown at us in this quest battle, we will take it. And I think I'm finally ready to fight the first battle. We're going to do broccoli heads first. The Bretonnians want to cleanse the land for the lady. They don't want the ST tree virus, but they're going to get it, man. As we rush onto them, we got some archers dived on by the crows. And I'm like, wow, we actually run through the front line. All the peasants immediately rout off with all the leadership deals we have. But what I don't realize is there's a huge cab coming at my back line. I'm not usually looking back there because I'm pretty protected. But this time I get caught lacking. I get a nasty rear charge on all my little dryads. But you know what? As soon as I notice them, I turn around the treekin. They block that charge. And we just start duking it out with them. Drycha nests them down, making sure that they can't do anything. Pop all her buffs, rancid visitations, nets, flocks, whatever I can do. I don't have the rest of my legendary heroes here. It's just Broccoli Head because I want to diversify my strength. But we should have enough to deal with Broccoli Head's force. These are the last brothers trying to fight against the ST tree virus. The last pure Grail Knights need to be tainted by Nurgle's corruption. Hey, you can't be discriminating against the ST tree virus. Come on. The Grail Knights really do try their best. The blessing of the lady, it ain't enough. Nurgle's corruption just seeps into everywhere. As I passed healing spells, Nurgle spells, that can't even tell the difference anymore. And even the most holy Grail Knight gets corrupted by the Nurgly forces. We're even going to somehow give the Green Knight a ghost ST tree virus, winning the battle. battle. Get the replenishment rate, and Broccoli Head gets an upgrade because we won the battle as well for cavalry. It's time to take out Thick Plant Lady's battle as well though. Nurgle's old rival Zinch, he's gonna try to put us up to us, but I'm not gonna let that fly. He clearly knows that we got trees. He got a lot of flamethrowers on his build, so I'm gonna have to make sure a lot of my flyers dive these flamers before they can get all that damage out. They got a burning chariot in the sky against my rot flies. I try to cast all the spells I got. I got a bunch of nets too, so he can't run over me. I know Zinch likes to kite. I got a melt cost as well on those flamers of Zinch. I need to make sure I take them out. Clearly, they're gonna do pretty damn good against the magical trees, considering they have some magical fire. As we grind in the front line, there are chosen with halberds fighting against treekin, but my treekin are so hyperjacked at this point, even though they're fighting their literal direct counter, they're still winning. I know it's kind of cracked. Maybe it's a little OP. Drycha too is absolutely dominating Satharo. He's trying to run away, but the grip is too strong. Gripcha, she's fully corrupted by Nurgle at this point, and he's absolutely rotting his feet as he walks, so he can't even get away. The leadership debuffs are hitting even Chosen as they run away. I pop down Drycha's free summon. Yippee! A big old dwellers below as well, and the trees are just taking over the Zinch battle. Zinch, you need to wrap it up, man. Nurgle's just better than you. You need to accept it at this point. They're trying their best, though. The Flamer's still flaming in. Sathareo, he's trying to run away, but there's just too many trees gripping him up. Try to run away. Wow, he got a lot of lights on him, but yeah, he's crumbling away at this point. Bye-bye, Sathareo. It was a good time, but now you're going to have the ST Tree-Virus. Bye-bye. As Nurgle attacks him with the Rotfly, Sathareo tries his best, but he's going to crumble away and falls from the sky. Oh, he's swaying back and forth. The ST Tree-Virus. Oh, he gets hit, and he gets taken down to the ground. Bye-bye, Big Bird. And that's going to win us the battle. Light work, I would say. And now we've done it. The entire world is ST Tree. Nurgle couldn't stop us. Basically, the entire world, the dwarves, the other wood elk, it doesn't matter. The whole world roofs and trees in the entire world at this point have been corrupted by Nurgle's rot, getting the ST Tree-Virus. Enjoy it. I gave them my hardwood. Now they got the ST Tree-Virus. You're gonna have to enjoy it. You don't have a choice at this point. The entire world is dominated by us. So yeah, every tree we own, and we did all the major quest missions. Even Zinch couldn't stop us. Nurgle on top, baby. You want to see more or see less? Question mark. Check out the Discord. I assure you, anything you want to know is listed there. I can help you with anything you want. Just you need to do a couple steps. But other than that, like, subscribe, check out my other videos too, and let me know if you like my style, and leave any comments or suggestions you want for the future. And also, you can see in the background all the upgrades of my fully upgraded Drycha Chieftains. You guys are the goats. I am the god. See you next time.